Guys, welcome back to the channel, Airsoft for Airheads. As always, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the share button to help the channel grow and keep us in the algorithm. And hopefully we can continue to keep making these cool videos with all these air guns and airsofts and launchers that we all have a passion for and love so much. And that's what this channel is all about. So guys, what we're going to do is, since we got the chronograph, we are going to test out a couple of other guns that just sit in the safe. And then we are going to try one of the oldies that I got, the Beretta. And again, this and the Umarex X the 9XP were like the first two air guns I ever purchased. I did add a sight to this one as well recently. We are going to try and see what we get out of the MAKO. And then, of course, we have the Beretta. And this one is, I believe it is the M9A3. This is the semi/full auto. So let's see how much power we get out of these three. Hold on, guys. We gotta tighten all our CO2 cartridges in here. We power up. Let's see what we get here. Bear with me. Whoop, drop the LG, of course. All right, let's see. All right, locked in, powered up there. All right, this one. Oop, drop the BB. Gotta power up. Get a good turn. Hopefully lock it in one shot. All right, we're locked in. Good stuff. And the same with our Beretta. Gotta lock her in. Gas her up. Here we go. All right. All right, guys, we are all powered up. All three ready to rock. Need this out. Let's get the chronograph down. Set it up on the table. Turn her on. Feet per second. Do it that time. Hold on, guys. There we go. We are at feet per second. All right, we are all set up for feet per second. All right, guys, come on over. Let's see what we got here. Let's flip these around. Set this down. Bring the screen in a little bit so you guys can see what we got here. All right. Let's go with the good old Beretta first. Let's go with our good old Beretta first. See what kind of power we're getting out of this. This has absolutely no mods at all except for the red dot. It has no heavy duty spring, nothing. So this will be just stock BB gun. Let's see what we get here. 385. Not bad. 374. 365. Wow, 383 again. 379. 367. 373. 367. Boy, this thing fires strong. 372. You could really feel the kickback on this air gun. This is crazy. Whoa, that shit shot all the way back to me. Era. 369. 366. 360. I'll tell you what, this thing is really holding its velocity. 356. 356. 357. 356. And guys, we are out. She's cocked back. We are out. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to our MAKO. And we do have a green dot on the MAKO and a flashlight. Okay. Let's see where the safety is on this one. Right here on the side. Okay. This slide is very loose. Very easy to rack. So I'm going to assume that we won't hold a lot of velocity on the 12 gram CO2 in this. Let's see how much power we get out of this thing. Wow, 379. It's pretty strong. 375. 373. 376. 376. 377. 363. That was a big drop. 365. Man, this thing does fire pretty strong though. 356. 363. We're back up again. 357. 358. 357. It's holding velocity, guys. 359. It's holding velocity, guys. It really is. Numbers are not bad. 357. 347. That's the first time we got into the 40s, guys. It's the first time. Can you guys still see the chronograph? Let's see. Yep. Let's make sure. Yeah, you can still see it. Alright, let's see, guys. 355. 349. 52. And we're out, guys. We are out. All right, that was not a, believe it or not, this MAKO is not, oh, and there goes the magazine. Go figure. You know, that's the second time I dropped the magazine today. I've hit the button. And they're not cheap. Hitting the floor. All right, believe it or not, guys, this MAKO is actually pretty nice. This thing is actually pretty nice. It fires nice. Like the slide on this thing. I got my flashlight and my laser. But yeah, this thing is actually not bad at all. I really like this thing. Yeah, this one was a sleeper. I really like this one. I'm gonna have to see if I could modify the spring in this thing, get some more power out of it. That'll make me happier. But yeah, this thing I would honestly, with this MAKO, I'll be honest with you. It's got some really nice weight to it. It feels good in your hand. It's a solid gun. It's got a lot of nice kickback on the slide when you fire. It kicks back pretty good. I got to be honest. I like the two-tone. I'd give the MAKO a 5 out of 5 if I was being honest. Like I really like this thing. It was an absolute sleeper of a weapon. This is fairly new too. I've only shot it maybe 1 or 2 times, but other than that, it's sat in the safe and I haven't really touched it. But this thing is very nice. I really am happy with this thing. I'm going to look into modifying the spring on this, the retention spring, the blowback spring, and see if we can get some more power out of this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to mount a sight on this one, a red dot, because it's a rounded like top slide. So we'll deal with the 2 sights, but they are nice. Look at how they come stock with the orange optic and the fluorescent green, which is really nice. It's really nice. But I have the laser, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, this thing is really nice. I give this one a 5 out of 5. I really like this gun. We're going to be playing with this MAKO a lot more. Very happy with it. Okay, guys. So this gun is a pretty solid gun. This is the Beretta M9A3. This is pretty. Let's not hit the magazine button. This is a pretty tough gun. I'm just not really a big fan of the way it looks per se. I'm not really a big fan of the way it looks per se. I feel it kind of mimics the MAKO, to be honest with you. It's just a little bit different. Maybe it's just because of the color, the desert tan rather than the two-tone, that makes me not like it as much. But it kind of mimics the MAKO. They both got the rounded tops. Hi, Boogies. The handle on the MAKO. Hold on, Boogies. Daddy's doing something. The handle on the MAKO is much nicer. It's angled back more to your hand. On the Beretta, it's more straight down. So, like, just the curves of this gun, I'm not really too fond of just the curves of this gun. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just not fond of it. But this is nice. I like this one. Alright, guys, so let's see what Beretta has to offer on their weapon with feet per second. And I think we are in Let me double check here. We want to be in semi-auto. Okay. All right, guys. So I believe we're in firing position. Let's see what we get here. Laying on. And here we go. 240, people. 240. Okay. 318. 317. Guys, this is not good. 319. 319. 313. Yes, boogies. Okay. 319. 314. 311. 310. 309. 308. 303. 301. Oh, guys, this is not good. 306. Yeah, see, guys, you didn't buy this gun for power. You bought this gun for this. Well, this was supposed to be full auto mode, and we've expended all of our BBs. Yeah, guys, so this is not very powerful at all. At all. It's kind of discouraging because this is a Beretta and this thing is pretty solid. But there's no power in this thing. I guarantee you we're going to fill up the MAKO and we're going to fill up the Beretta again and fire, and I guarantee you that the second round of the second magazines in that, with the second round on that 12 gram, is going to be stronger still than this. Let's check it out. Give me a minute, guys. Alright, so we got the MAKO filled up. Alright, we're locked and loaded there. Alright, let's pull up the Beretta. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, back in action on the MAKO and the Beretta. Both filled up, both the same 12 gram cartridge that we used, but the second round. So let's see what we get. Guarantee you it'll be stronger. It'll be stronger than that Beretta, that other Beretta, which is insane because that's a fairly new air gun This thing I've had for, I don't even know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Somewhere, it's been a long time. And this has got more power than that does, which is, I don't understand that. That's, they're not stepping up their game with that. But let's see if I'm right, people. Let's see if I'm right. Here we go. Round 2 on the 12 gram. Let's see what we get. Jeez, come on, guys. 365. You seen that? 365. That's insane. Guys, that's insane. 365 still. That's insane. We're way, way above the other Beretta. 364. 371. 372. Like, this thing's getting stronger. 377. 368. 368 again. 364. 363. 364 on the dot. 360. 359. 352. 351. 351 again. 348. Guys, this thing is insane compared to that other Beretta. 347. 347 again. 348. It would like drop down and then go back up. 346. And guys, we're out. Guys, so that's crazy, guys. This Beretta is an oldie but a goodie, because that's the numbers on this one is insane compared to a gun that was made way after this one, like its predecessor. You know, it's just, what else can you say? It's just not cutting the cake. We're going to fill up another magazine in that new Beretta also, and we're going to give it another shot, fluke shot, and see if maybe something was not right there. But the numbers on that was ridiculous. I'm not really pleased with that at all. Man, I just picked this thing up. I can't believe how juicy this gun feels in your hand. It's just it's a fat handle, man, and it's like it's got some serious, decent weight to it. It's really, I'm telling you, I give this thing a 5 out of 5. Like, really, I really like this thing. I can't believe I haven't played with it much. Shocked. All right, guys, let's see what our numbers are with the MAKO again. This is again the second magazine, so it's round 2 on the same 12 gram CO2 cartridge. And our numbers should be up like our black Beretta compared to the desert one. That one is just weak. Not really pleased with that gun, to tell you the truth. $361, guys. $364. 362. 363. Our numbers are way up. 366. 366 again. Impressive. 358. 357. 356. The velocity's holding on this gun. 359. We went up. 351. 348. The velocity, regardless, still holding nice. 347. 344. 343. 334. 339. 332. And we're out, guys. We're out. Wow. So, guys, clearly you could see the difference between this MAKO and the black Beretta compared to the desert tan Beretta. These numbers are fantastic on these two guns, and I don't know what's up with the newer fully auto, semi-auto Beretta. Like, those numbers were weak. The first shot was like 290 something. That's weak. Nobody wants to play with a gun like that. That's like a water toy. All right, well, let's load the magazine in again and give round two and see, if it was a fluke thing and the gun was working out some dust, because I haven't really touched it much. Maybe it just had some dust in there. Let's see. Let's see. Another thing I don't like about this Beretta is the magazine. Like, to fill it up, most of the guns have a little lip where you could pull your BB loading spring down to and hook it in a lip so it's not in the way of anything. Number one, this one does not have a lip, and number two, the little piece that you grab is so small you have to like dig your fingernail in there and pull it down so hard that it almost hurts. It almost hurts your fingernail. I mean, let me show you what I mean. Like, this is a nice mag because they're the thick ones. You put your CO2 in the bottom. I'm not a big fan of that locking screw right there. There's a hole straight down to the CO2 cartridge. So when you're trying to push down and lock that in place with your Allen key keeps slipping through and hitting the CO2 cartridge, and then this thing just never lines up right. It takes a minute. But besides that, it is one of the nicer magazines, the thick one. It's got the pressure release on here, which is nice. I like that. But this is what I mean. That's your little lever right there. You can see you gotta like dig your fingernail into that to pull it down, and there's not a lot sticking out, and there's nowhere on the bottom of the cartridge to hook that in that I see, unless that's it right there. Yeah, that might have been it. Jesus. Yeah, that was it. There's a hook there. I seen it in the camera. You can see the hook right there. Okay, so that's a positive there, but still, this little lever, man, there's not much to grab, and it's fucking tough. Like, that's a pain in the ass. Alright guys, anyway, here we go. Round 2 on the same 12 gram CO2 cartridge. Second magazine. Let's see where our numbers lie this time. I have no idea. We're going to figure that out right now, I guess. We're going to figure that out right now. Here we go, people. Laser on. Whoa. Fully automatic mode. Hold on, guys. We were reading 288 on that. Hold on, let me load. You know what? The hell with it. We're just going to fire off the rest in here and then call it quits. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Boy, that sound, that fully automatic. It's so fucking awesome. 324. Look at that shit. 320. Now all of a sudden, after the burst of auto, we're getting a little better numbers, I think. I'll have to go back in the video and watch. 308. 311. It's a solid firing gun. I'm not going to say no to that. 313. I'll give the weight of this gun. I'll give the weight of this gun a 5 out of 5. I'll give the firing and kickback with the slide a 5 out of 5 on this. The feel of this gun, like the handle of this gun, I literally will give a 2.5 out of 5 on that. That's how much, like, the straight handle. I'm not a big fan of this straight handle. There's just no angle to it. There's no curvature to it. It's just straight. 2.5 out of 5. The power on this thing, it's not terrible, but from what I was saying during this video, it's terrible compared to the other ones, but yet there's worse than this. I would give the power in this a 3.5 out of 5, or at least a 3.75 out of 5. Yeah, I know you guys catch my drift on what I'm getting at with that. 322. 320. 312. 307. 301. I think we're going to see the 200s again, guys. 308. Went up. 299. Told you guys. That we might be on our last BB. And we were. 301. Well, at least we finished in the 300, guys. That's really good. That's really good. Okay, so hold on, guys. Let me flip you around here. Shut off the laser on this thing. All right, guys. So where do I start? Where do I start? Okay. So when the slide is back on this gun, it's a good looking gun. But again, you can see that this handle is just completely straight. There's no, it's not the worst grip in the world. It's a thick grip. It feels solid in your hand. It's just that after using the other guns that have, you know, more of a curved back or come down and then a fat palm, I own and held and fired much more appeasing handled weapons. And I think that's the problem. I have a lot of nice air guns, like Glocks. So this one really has some big shoes to step into or fill, and I feel all around that it just can't accomplish that. It's not accomplishing that for several reasons. I'm not a great fan of the way the gun looks unless the slide is open. I mean, I love all my guns with the slides open. They look sexy as shit. Most of us will probably agree because they fucking look badass when the slide is open. So it's not a bad gun when the slide is open, but when the slide is closed, it's just not really a looker. There's nothing really special to look at with this gun when the slide is open. Let's put the safety on. And it's like a chick with no ass. Sorry for my analogy, but like for real. It's just nothing. There's no real nice curves on this weapon, so I don't know, guys. All around, if I have to give the gun with the power, the precision power, the feel of the handle, the look of the gun, I would still have to round this thing to a 3.5, I guess, in total out of a 5. I'd rate this a 3.5 in total out of a 5. Okay? Don't get me wrong, still a strong gun, still feels solid in your hand. It's got some nice kickback. Okay power. I've definitely fired much worse. But all around with everything, I'd rate it 3.5 out of 5. All right, so let's move on to my Beretta. Absolutely beautiful gun. Beautiful gun. Even more beautiful with my optic up top, man, because you guys know I love my accessories, especially my red dot optics mounted on the top. It's just so tough. When it's up, when it's down, it just looks so tough. Even when the protective cover is on it, it still don't matter. It just looks so freaking tough. Okay, guys, this one, the slide is really, it's not bad. I have to get into this to see if I could upgrade the slide spring on this for some more like retention, compression, so we get better blowback. And again, like always, keep the gas longer in the barrel behind the projectile rather than escaping when you're firing, so we could get some more power out of this thing for sure, and at least you'll get a more solid feel when you shoot with the spring. Love the way this gun looks. Love the way it fires. You could obviously see this handle has some curves, some junk in the trunk. It comes in and your thumb fits real good, and then it kind of comes back. So like it's a great feel. And now holding them side by side, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. No curvature on the Beretta at all. And then on this Beretta, the older Beretta, it's beautiful curves. Beautiful. This is something to look at. This is not. So all right, guys. So with this old Beretta right here, I will give this one a 5 out of 5 all day long. And it's not just because of my red dot, although that helps. It's got great firing power. It holds the velocity very, very well. I haven't modded anything in here except for the red dot. I didn't mod no springs, nothing. I didn't even put grip tape on this thing. Don't have to. This has a really solid handle. Plus, this has to pull off to change the BBs. To change the CO2 cartridge. So you could tell just by this, like it was an older gun. The weight is good. The look is good. The feel and the handle is good. The power if I didn't say that already, is good. Holds the velocity. Like the look is great. So with this one, with everything, I would give this one a 5 out of 5 all day long. And again, this is the Beretta APX. You could possibly see it right here. It says APX on there. Well, no, you can't see it in the light, but it does. It's an APX. Yep, APX right there. It's backwards for you, so. So yeah, 5 out of 5 on this one. Love it. Now, let's go to the MAKO. This thing has a decent little curve on the back handle. It goes in for your thumb real good, and then it slants back down and out. It's not straight down like this one. It's got a slight curve. That's what I'm talking about, people. Like, you want a gun that feels comfortable in your hand. Something that goes straight down just doesn't feel very comfortable. I'm not a big fan of the circular tops. Again, they are very, very similar. Very similar with the circular or rounded top, I should say. Very similar. The only thing that saves the circular top on this one is the two-tone color. It draws your attention away from that circular top, because I've always liked the gray or charcoal or aluminum slides on the top with the black bottoms. So it's a good looking gun to me, even though it's got the circle top, and I cannot add an optic to that. That's okay, because again, we have our flashlight and we have our laser here. Good enough. This has a nice slide, but very, look at that, very, very, here, look, people, even with my pinky, it's very, look at that. It's very, very easy. It doesn't, there's no real good tightness or stiffness to it. It's very easy. So I guarantee you, if I could figure out tearing this down and get to the compression spring and change that out, we'll have a way better feel on the slide, racking it, and probably a little bit more power. So anyway, handle on this one, nice and thick. It's a thick handle too. It's really a thick handle. So it feels good in your hand. It's got some curvature. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks with the two-tone. That's awesome. Love it. The power on this thing, you guys could see with me. It was not bad. It was not bad at all, the power. Wasn't bad at all. The velocity, it really held its weight through 2 magazines. The numbers were up. They were really good. Impressive. Very impressive. I like that it has a safety. That's always key. Safety. Magazine, easy loading. Well, we had a, see that, guys, we had a BB still left in there, and I'm always played safe. I know I test the trigger, but only partially. If I feel like it's going, I stop, because I know the safety is not on, and it's always for a reason, because shit like that, the BB just came out when I demagged it, when I dumped the mag. Because shit like that is always possible. That's why I never stare in these things. I never point them at myself. I never point them at anybody. Shit happens, man. And I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. So anyway, guys, I'm telling you right now with this MAKO that I ordered, fired once or twice, and then it's just sat in my safe with the other weapons. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. I'm going to give it all around a 5 out of 5, guys. This is great. All right, guys, please consider smashing the like, subscribe, and share button. It will help the channel grow and keep us in the algorithm. Thank you guys very much, and I'll catch you next time on The Rebound. Peace.